Hello, we're out here fishing. How you all doing this morning? Look at this live bait. The title of this video today is that you gotta be tough. You gotta be tough with your sewing. So if you look at my thumbnail, you'll see me on one of my motorcycles. I can say I'm a professional motorcycle rider and I have endurance. I don't do tricks, but I know how to ride several states at a time, even up to 1,000 miles in a day. So what I want to talk to you today about is your mental and physical and emotional toughness for your sewing business. You have to be tough. That doesn't mean rude. That doesn't mean being mean. It just means you have to be mentally tough to say what you mean and mean what you say. So if you take a client and they give you money for a garment and they later say, I want to change my mind, or I want to get a refund because I found something cheaper, or I don't feel like I should spend that much for a dress. You have to be really mentally tough, because once you take on that project, it becomes a part of your life temporarily. Meaning you take it home in your head. You discover how you're going to make it come to life and please the client or the customer, or make sure it doesn't take too much of your time that you're not going to make a profit. And if it does take a lot of time, you want to make sure that you're learning something from it. Sometimes you may take a project just because it's something different, it's something new, and it can enhance your sewing skills and your ability. And you also can learn how to do that quicker. So today, I just want you to know that once you start this business, it is extremely abundant. You can make a lot of money with it. But don't let it where it drags you down. Don't let it where it wears you out and it takes your psyche from it. Meaning that if someone says something bad about what you make, or what they think it should be, or they don't understand the process. And I'm gonna tell you something like this. Like one time I was getting my house painted and I was like, oh my God, that's not the right color. I didn't let the person finish painting the job. Once he finished painting the house and did that second coat on it, it was exactly what I asked for. So during the process, don't let comments that's being said while you're developing a garment to discourage you, especially when you're doing a garment for someone and they bring the whole crew with them. Limit how many people to come to your fitting. Like if you're doing a dress or an outfit for someone and they bring their mama, their grandmama, their aunties, their nieces, the nephews, that's going to take up a lot of time and you're not going to be able to give quality work. And everyone that comes is not a sewist. They don't sew and they'll have an opinion. So this video is to give you heads up. As you're becoming part of my tribe, as you are becoming part of my membership, and thanks for those who are in the membership. If you haven't become a member, you're going to get a whole lot more when you're becoming a member, because we have become where we used to having stuff for free, but everything is not free. In fact, nothing is free. So become a member, become a subscriber. Those who are subscribing and members, I will definitely return your comments. I do try to return all the comments, but it takes a lot to keep this channel going and to give you great gems and great information that can help you sustain your sewing life. So back to what I'm saying now. When you have a fitting or a alteration or a try-on, whatever your culture is, whatever country I'm talking to right now, limit how many people can come. Just like the hospital. When you got someone in the hospital, they only allow 2 people, sometimes 1 person. Sometimes it can only be a family member. So when you do your fittings, to keep your psyche up, do the same thing. Have maybe 1 person, maybe the person that's paying the bill, or maybe the person that's escorting the child to the event. Don't have a lot of different people deciding on what should be done with the garment that you're making. Now, also, when you deliver that garment and it's all signed, sealed, and delivered, and you did the best of the best of the best, You press the garment out, it's done well, they're gone with the garment. They take it home. Somebody want to say, oh, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. That's when you add an additional alteration fee. Once that client take that garment from you, or they take those items from you, and they're satisfied with that, you have to put yourself as if when they take it, it's approved. When they come back, then they have to actually pay an alteration fee, even if you did the garment, because that's time and money. Now, if it's something simple, maybe you missed a stitch, maybe you the button wasn't quite tight enough, then no, you don't charge for that. But I want you to be able to last. I don't want you to be discouraged, because everybody is not positive. In fact, you have more people not positive than is positive. When you work on a sewing project, it is energy. Sometimes you may have to take it home if you have a workplace. A lot of times you're going to have to work past hours, because when you're developing your craft and you finish a garment, you're working to the end. You're not working 9 to 5. It's not like I got a job, I get off at this time. I got lunch, I get off at this time. It's a whole different animal. When you work on that project, your goal is to give the best product, the best service, and also to give it to the client so they'll be back and they'll repeat the business. And you'll learn from every garment, every project. You'll learn your time management. You'll learn what else you need to get it done. You'll learn to buy extra items so it can blend into the next item, so you can make more of a profit and not have to keep going to the store all the time. So I want this to stick, because if it doesn't and you fall into one of these traps, you can sink back where you don't want to sew for anybody, anywhere, for any means, for any amount of money. And that's not good. Because have you been to the grocery store lately? Groceries are extremely expensive. Gas up and down. Your taxes are going up. Your health insurance going up. This is a means to an end. This is a way how you can help your family, help yourself. This is how you can save, how you can invest. So you can't let one customer stop you. You can't let one customer, one comment, or even five customers. Learn from what they say. Take it as constructive criticism. Be clear about what you say. If you have to come up with a little small contract, no refunds, no exchange, all sales final, then do that. So that you can keep making money. Because if you don't set those boundaries up, you're going to fall into a trap where you will get discouraged and be upset. And sometimes they come from all ages. That doesn't mean it has to be somebody your age. It could be somebody elderly. Because a lot of people, they used to buying stuff and taking it back. I'll wear this garment and I'll take it back. Okay, if they see that you're doing well, they might see you have a nice car, might see you have a nice house, or they might see you have nice toys. And they'll say, hey, oh, she can afford it, I'll take it back. But what they don't see is the taxes. They don't see the insurance. They don't see the wear and tear of your machines, all the items that it takes to bring a garment to life. So that is important. It is important that you set your boundaries up, start sewing, sew for success. Make sure that you can withstand the pressure. Hold to what you say. If you say non-refundable, stick to that. Okay? If they go and they try to do a chargeback, make sure that you have that in your contract so you can win that case. You don't have time for people to come and want something and then they want their money back. Once you do that contract, they have to come to their fittings. They have to come to their meetings, and they have to make it happen. So make sure that when you do something, okay, we're gonna get out of here. Okay, looks like the weather is getting a little we get some rain, so we're gonna get off this lake. But this is Evelyn of Evelyn's Creations. Thank you so much. Let's like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you tomorrow night. That's Thursday night, 8:30, our third class. And we're taking classes, taking lessons, and all the questions that you have, I will be answering those questions. Thank you all. Look at this beautiful lake. We're out here catching fish. I actually caught a bass today. I'm excited. I'm going to go home and cook that bass. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.